Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the start of my next Let's Play. It is the fourth of 6 games to be featured as part of the Elite 6 series. And this is a game that I've wanted to Let's Play for a very long time. It's a game that when we got our PlayStation 2 back in 2001, I gave this game to my brother, and I got a game for myself. I played the game I got for myself, but I never, until a few days ago, ever played the game that I gave to my brother, which was this. It's one of the most loved RPGs for the PlayStation 2. In fact, it was the flagship RPG for the PlayStation 2. Sadly, it has been lost and forgotten to time because a few months after this game came out, Final Fantasy X was released. And so a game that became regarded as being so revolutionary unfortunately got lost in the shadow of Final Fantasy X. We are playing Dark Cloud for the PS2, and this is the game out of all the games that I'm doing for the Elite 6 series that I wanted to play the most. I had an opportunity to get a little practice with this game a few days ago, just to get an opportunity to try and learn some of the mechanics of the game for myself, because it has been so long since I've actually seen this game played. Of course, watching my brother play this game, and I got it for Christmas when we got our PS2, he definitely loved this game, and I enjoyed watching him play this game. As much as I enjoyed playing the game I got for myself, I perhaps enjoyed watching him play this even more. And so you can probably understand why I feel so enthusiastic having the opportunity to Let's Play this game for all of you. So this is not going to be a blind run in the purest sense, but it is going to be for the large part a blind LP because of the fact that I have not been able to remember all that much from all those years ago. I know there are going to be things that I have seen as far as the places we're going to. I do remember the storyline very vividly from so long ago. So we're definitely, hopefully, be able to take advantage of the memories, what I do have of this game. So, yes, we're doing a Let's Play of Dark Cloud, and I still can't believe that we actually are. I need to get, okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing this on PS4, and for some reason you have to use the control pad as your start button, for some reason it's a bit wonky. So I'm going to go to options just to make sure we have everything the way I want it to go. We're going to go with fast speed on messages. And we're also going to go and see... Alright. Okay, I'm fine with this. So, yep. Here we go. Game 4 of 6 of the Elite 6 series. Let's Play Dark Cloud is underway now. A book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. A world with 2 moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe in the story woven in the book? Maybe it's a fantasy that exists only in a boy's heart. Let me tell you this story. This ancient book tells of a magical and magnificent fairy tale. And the name of the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... And for this Let's Play, we will be sticking with all the default names for these characters that we will be playing as, so we will be using the default name for our lead hero, Tone. But it's not with Tone who we start with in this game. We start at a place called the Dark Shrine. So why is it so dark? Well, maybe these people have something to do with it. Yeah, they're all praying to this giant cauldron. I always thought it was funny. The lead priestess, who looks completely normal, and all the other people behind her, who are just generically dressed up. You've gathered quite a few of them. I had a hard time finding dancers with the right qualifications. Look at them. The dance of blood. Mixing the blood of witches with that of humans is the key to breaking the seal. However, I do have some problems. Problems? In order to procure good material, you do need adequate... I see. I'll pay you extra. That should solve your problem, huh? Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, and here we got this guy in white hair who so when will it happen? Very soon, sir. Let us enjoy the ceremony till it is time. Yeah, we saw a guy with white hair who's looking in the scenes, but for some reason will make no effort to stop what is going on. And quite honestly, who can blame him? He's seriously outnumbered here. I mean, if he got caught trying to bust up this particular ceremony, he would be not standing much of a chance of survival. But then again, these guys could be completely entranced in their dance, as it were. So yeah, this game starts a lot differently from a lot of other games that have a similar storyline as far as trying to prevent the revival of the evil bad guy. In many RPGs, you see the heroes doing whatever they can to gain whatever... Oh, Flags, do you know the legend of the Star Genie sealed in the urn? Of course. How much money do you think I put into acquiring this urn? I have been waiting for this for years, and now its legendary power is mine. So yeah, as I was gonna say, in many RPGs, the heroes are trying to get all the necessary items they need to... And I'll just let this roll out. They're trying to stop the evil bad guy that you fight at the end before he can unleash his wrath on the world. So ultimately they do fail and he gets revived, but they beat him in the end before he can do any damage. This game though is different. As we can see in this story, the evil bad guy at the end that you fight as the final boss comes out right at the very beginning. And he is going to make his appearance right now. So now is the time. Yes, sir, so it seems. And so, emerging is our lead bad guy, the Dark Genie. And he certainly looks dark alright. Well, this genie, that's the Dark Genie. Well, it's quite different than I imagined. By the way, this text is just auto-scrolling, so I can't do anything about it. Yeah, what are you looking for there, big man? The ancient Dark Genie? This is it? Yeah, that's him. Hey, who are you guys? Yeah, don't just stand there, say something. Welcome back, Genie of Darkness. I broke the seal and released you. Therefore, I am your master. You didn't do anything other than just watch. Oh, is that right? Whatever, fine. And then... Japanese exclamation mark. Oh, that's right, I haven't eaten for 400 years. Darn, I have to eat something. I need food. And so, looking around... Yeah, he goes after this guy. He goes after the cleric. Yeah, you're not going anywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, you're not gonna end up with a very good experience. It's not exactly Jacob and Whale, but it's still just as uncomfortable to watch. You're next, comrade. Delicious. Yeah, by the way, where did all the dancers go? You could have eaten them. So, elsewhere in the world... Yeah, PS2 running mechanics from back in the day. Of course, it still took quite a while to get them to be smooth transition. It wasn't until, like, I think it was Final Fantasy X when we started seeing smoother running transition. Hi, how are you today? Tone, it's already started! Come on, let's go! And yeah, from this point forward, I can control the pace of the text. And for some reason, she repeats herself. See, I told you. You should have hurried. Come on, we're late! I'm a staff member this year, so I have to go. Sorry! Oh, she left you. Don't hurry up. So yeah, there's our boy Tone, dressed in the poncho. Yeah, might as well drink up your soup there. And he even comes with his own fancy green hat. In fact, when I first saw Tone, I often thought when I saw him wearing the hat, it actually made me think of what would Link look like if he was wearing a poncho. And that's what I think when I see Tone. So yeah, what's going on over here is a celebration of a different kind. And yes, everyone else is dancing, but they're not dancing to Summon the Dark Genie or anything like that. Got the big guy showing off his moves and flexing his muscles. And the chubby guy perhaps wishing he was eating some food. Yeah, this is a happy dance. This is happy music, it's not evil music. No wonder they're smiling. And they're not all dressed the same way, either. Get in on the fun there, Tone. But before he can... Looming in the shadow of the moonlight, the Dark Genie and his master, General Flag, look overhead. Look at the insects swarm about. Stop there. And evil laughter. Yeah, Flag gets the stereotypical Russian general look from the Soviet days and watches as the Dark Genie does his dark magic, shooting lasers out of all of his extremities. And even out of his mouth, too. And even from his head, almost. Almost like he was shooting from the horn on his head, too. But yeah, we're under attack! The dynamite is booming everywhere. It is not a pretty sight as our town is burning down. And then... oh, there's our friend! Gotta go rescue her before she gets crushed! And... ow! And the Dark Genie wins, and even breaks the fourth wall, too. Well, so much for this game. See you next time! No, I'm just kidding. So, what happened to Tone? Hi there. Can you hear me? Open your eyes. Wake up! Hey! Yeah, as Tone comes around. Oh, hello there. I am the Fairy King. I'm the entity that unites all of nature's spirits. Oh, Oberon from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. You're certainly an unexpected presence. Yeah, the only reason I know that Oberon is the name of the Fairy King in A Midsummer Night's Dream is because my high school did a lot of plays when I was going to high school at the time. We had a very... in fact, I mentioned it before during my Earthbound Let's Play that we had a very successful dramatic arts director who was with the school for over 30 years. And he put on a lot of plays, 3 every year actually, and the first play that went on when I was going into high school was A Midsummer Night's Dream. Listen well, young one. Something bad has happened. Men blinded by greed have revived the Dark Genie. This Dark Genie is terribly powerful. Its power is so great that it could destroy the entire world. You saw it. Your own village being destroyed right before your eyes. Not just your village. In a flash, many villages and towns were destroyed. In one night, half of your world was annihilated. Yeah, quite the shock. Vivid memories of everything burning down, and trying to save Tone's poor friend whose name we'll never find out. It must be the men from the east that performed the resurrection ceremony. Probably thinking to use its black demon power for war without realizing how frightening it is. It is darkness, pure darkness itself. Long ago, this so-called dark genie almost destroyed the entire world. Its malevolence is not great. The bad thing is that it has the same type of magical power as us spirits. Unfortunately, we aren't powerful enough to destroy it. Young man, I see that you have a strong will, that you can withstand the evil power. And also a clear, kind heart. You might be able to fight against the darkness it generates. I decided to stake our fate on you. Let me bless you with power. And so, Tone gets a special bracelet on the back of his hand. There, surprised? That's called Atlamelia. It's a stone with a magical power. Oh, don't look that way, boy. I'll explain it now. It might get too bright for your eyes for a moment. And then... where do we end up? Out in the middle of nowhere? Do you know where this is? This is no simple empty lot. This was your village. But do not lose heart. As long as you have that stone, you can return it to its original form. You see, just before the village was destroyed by that genie, I saved the buildings and people by sealing them into spheres called Atla. It seems those Atla were scattered all around by its tremendous magic power. They were probably blown to different places around the world. It probably thinks everything is destroyed. You must restore the world before it realizes what happened. Absorb that which I sealed in Atla, using that Atlamelia, and bring them back. Then you'll be able to restore the world to its original form. You may even be able to create an even better world than before. Yeah, with this little thing? You don't seem to understand anything I'm saying. Well, considering that Tone is perhaps still in shock over what's happened. Oh well, I'll give you another lesson when you acquire some Atla. So long. And so away goes Mr. Oberon for a while. And then, a butterfly comes next to some flowers, and realizes that, yeah, there is still life in this world. There's still life in this world, and that puts a smile on old boy Tone's face. Tone, can you hear them? You should be able to hear them. Voices of the wind, voices of the trees, voices of the animals, and the voices of earth. They are all calling for your help. Tone, you will probably meet and say goodbye to many people. In talking to these people, you may receive clues to defeating the darkness. Look for them. Now, Tone, your adventure will begin. First, go to the village chief's house. He'll show you where to go next. And so, we begin our journey here in what's left of Norun village. But maybe because it's Japanese pronunciations, maybe it's Norune. I don't know personally, but we're gonna... maybe someone can comment and explain to me what they think it is. So we want to go in here, press X to enter the door. And see that not everyone was gone completely. At least the village chief survived. Oh, Tone, you're alive! Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamt this happened. Yeah, and he has a pipe in his mouth, in case you were wondering. One night and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Tone? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, can't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do now? Well, we have something that can be done to help with it. But yeah, I can understand the chief's helplessness. I guess the only thing we can do is to get help from the guardian of Norun village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favor to ask, Tone. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is the cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. And so, this is the cave key. And we get it in a magical flash of light. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. Alright, so thank you very much, Mayor. So we want to leave this place. And we want to start making our way in the direction of the Divine Beast Cave as he requested. Another thing about this game is the camera controls. You don't necessarily... You can use your right joystick to manually turn them. But you can also turn them just by literally turning yourself. One thing you can also do is press select, and it'll show you what the town looks like from overhead view, and that you can also, once you get in, some Atma, or Atla, not Atma, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy here. Once you get some Atla, then you can start using this overhead view to start placing various houses and people and other objects as we go along. So we can also use this as a shortcut to expedite ourselves right in front of the cave, which is pretty cool. I like that feature. So we want to go ahead and use item with square, and we're using the cave key to enter the Divine Beast Cave. So let's make our way in. So each, the Divine Beast Cave is divided into multiple floors, and each floor has a set amount of Atla to obtain. In this case, we need to obtain 8 Atla here on this first floor. So let's come down and check things out. And no sooner do we enter, then we run into the Fairy King again. Yeah, what are you doing here, Fairy King? I thought you were coming back for once I got some Atla. It's for real this time, Toad. From here on, you will be put to the true test. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast Cave and find Dran's lair. That's your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in the dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in a dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's Crest will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always carried by a monster in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you'll just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you about how to return to the ground level, rather than advancing to the floor below. To return to ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to the ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But beware, if there are monsters left on the floor, the Mind Connect won't work. It will be blocked by their evil energies. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder to get out on your own. The Norun village chief has lots of it, so be sure to get it before you go. You can also Mind Connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of the dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can restart at the next new level, so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Next, it's on to weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore the weapon HP. And this is was actually the first instance of a game, of an RPG, actually using a specific item to repair something, or your weapons just being repaired, period. Of course, these days it's common in games like in the Final Fantasy XIV saga, but this was something that we had never seen before, at least from my experience as well as that of my brothers. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from these monsters, and thus becomes stronger. It is said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change to a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. Oh, I cast a special spell on the dagger you have on you so it'll never disappear. but all the new weapons you will get during your quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The sphere, Atla, where I protected and sealed the fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of an Atla into Atlamelia by touching it. When you return to the surface, you will be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson ran a little long. That's it for the lecture today. Now Toad, show me your true ability on this quest. And so, away goes Oberon, and we can begin fighting with a shocked look on Toad's face. But we're gonna leave that for the next episode. Just wanted to take the opportunity to get all the initial tutorial stuff out of the way, but there will be a lot more of it to come as we go along on what will be the journey that I've been looking forward to the most here in the Elite 6 series. And I hope that all of you will enjoy it and join me on it for the long haul as we help Tone to save the world. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the start of Let's Play Dark Cloud. And when I join you again, we will start checking out floor number 1 of the Beast Cave and begin our process to start rebuilding Norune Village. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.